Today's focus is sort of like the intonation and inflection sort of thing. I think we discussed that briefly before.
Mm-hmm.
Intonation basically is, if you recall, we were talking about whether it's public setting, private setting, um, academic setting, business setting, that sort of thing. So the intonation, the way you speak to somebody varies depending on the circumstance you're in and how well you know them. So that's like the intonation. And the inflection is kind of the meaning, the intent, the emotion behind the sentence. So if you're like, you wouldn't talk the same way to your grandmother that you would to your boss, that
Right.
kind of thing. And it's, conveying the emotions, and this helps you as an actor as well, because you've only got a certain amount of space in a paragraph to really get your message across. So what this does is it helps you really practice on, giving the meaning of each sentence. So I thought I'd do this one because he's got something in mind, like he wants to get people to buy into his plans for, turning it into an oil town. So he's trying to convince them and persuade them and charm them, right? So if we're trying to charm somebody, like I wouldn't say, hey, Gustavo, nice hat, if I'm trying to charm you, right? I'm like, hey, Gustavo, hey, cool hat, looks awesome. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to charm you. So that's inflection. The way you say something has different meanings. I have a competition in me. I want no one else to succeed. I hate most people. There are times when I look at people and I see nothing worth liking. I want to earn enough money that I can get away from everyone. I see the worst in people. I don't need to look past seeing them to get all I need. I've built up my hatreds over the years. Little by little, Henry. To have you here gives me a second breath. I can't keep doing this on my own with these people. So that's the emotion. Now, I'm not saying like accentuate everything. I'm just doing that as an example to show you the emotional range.
Right.
Because it's contemptuous and ragey. Now with this one, I'm gonna try. It's probably not fair whenever I give you these big long paragraphs, but so this is like a con job, right? So it's ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for visiting with us this evening. Now, I've traveled across half our state to be here and to see this land. Now, I dare say some of you might have heard some of the more extravagant rumors about what my plans are. I just thought you'd like to hear it from me. This is the face. There's no great mystery. I'm an oil man, ladies and gentlemen. I have numerous concerns spread across this state. I have many wells flowing at many thousand barrels per day. I like to think of myself as an oil man. As an oil man. I hope that you'll forgive just good old-fashioned plain speaking. Now, this work that we do is very much a family enterprise. I work side by side with my wonderful son, H.W. I think one or two of you might have met him already. And I encourage my men to bring their families as well. Of course, it makes for an ever so much more rewarding life for them. Family means children. Children means education. So wherever we set up camp, education is a necessity. And we're just so happy to take care of that. So let's build a wonderful school in Little Boston. These children are the future that we strive for, and so they should have the very best of things. Now, something else, and please don't be insulted if I speak about this, bread. Let's talk about bread. Now, to my mind, it's an abomination to consider that any man, woman, or child in this magnificent country of ours should have to look upon a loaf of bread as a luxury. We're going to dig water wells here. Water wells means irrigation. Irrigation means cultivation. We're going to raise crops here where before it just simply was impossible. You're going to have more grain than you'll know what to do with. Bread will be coming out of your ears, ma'am. New roads, agriculture, employment, education. These are just a few of the things we can offer you. And I assure you, ladies and gentlemen, that if we do find oil here, and I think there's a very good chance that we will, this community of yours will not only survive, it will flourish. So you see how it's hitting different points?
Yeah.
It's reeling them in, casting it out, pulling in, pushing out.
Yeah,
I'm
nice
sorry.
long.
Okay.